Hello everybody and welcome to Written in Blood. My name is John and tonight I'm going to be doing a review of Whiteout, a Nick Ventner adventure by Ashton Macaulay. I received this book from the author in exchange for an honest review, so I'm going to go ahead and read the synopsis and then I'll give you my thoughts on it. Nick Ventner is a drunk with a blatant disregard for others. He's also damn good at hunting creatures that aren't supposed to exist. From amateur necromancers in the bayou to Sasquatch impersonators in the Pacific Northwest, Nick's seen it all, even if some of the details might be a little fuzzy. In Whiteout, Nick faces his greatest challenge to date. Accompanied by his trusty mountain guide, Lopsang, and his testy apprentice, James, Nick journeys into the Himalayas to settle a matter of pride and payouts as he searches for the lost riches of Shangri-La, rumored to lie deep within the mountain's peak. However, the sudden arrival of Nick's greatest adversary, Manchester, complicates matters and pits the two in a race towards the top, where both soon find that they have not just one another to contend with, but also a mythical and elusive Yeti that has been terrorizing the mountain. Featuring death-defying obstacles, hair-raising encounters with creatures from beyond, and a heavy dose of sarcasm along the way, Whiteout is sure to satisfy anyone looking for a fast-paced adventure novel brimming with action, suspense, and imagination, not to mention the occasional whiskey on the rocks. Okay, that being said, and I did say I would give an honest review, the one thing I will say about Whiteout is this: I liked it, but I didn't love it. I give it 3 stars out of 5. It's not that it is a bad book. It's not. It's very well written, but I thought it would be more, I didn't realize it would be so much of an adventure novel as opposed to an adventure horror novel. I think it's actually more along the lines of being an adventure novel, and I guess that's not really what I was expecting. I don't read much adventure. I don't really know what to base it on. So basically what I'm basing the 3 stars on is the fact that it is a very well-written book. In fact, I'll go so far as to say that another author that I personally think writes more in the adventure, especially with 2 of his books, The Terror and Abominable, is Dan Simmons. And the fact that I was able to get through this book, and I did enjoy it, and I can't get through The Terror, and I cannot get through Abominable. They put me to sleep. So that says a lot for this book and for the writing in this book also. That being said, I will say this about the characters. Now, the main character, Nick Ventner, I fluctuated so much between liking this guy, going, hey, he's kind of an all right guy, to thinking, geez, you freaking douchebag, have a damn heart. You know, I don't know. I just have very mixed feelings about the character. In fact, this is one of those books where I actually find myself liking the supporting characters more than I do the main character. The only character I didn't like more than Nick is Manchester. And also the person that Nick is telling his adventure to. I believe his name is Winston. I found Manchester and Winston to be cut from the same cloth. I found them to be both pompous asses. It's just that the difference between them is that Winston is one of these type of people, and he's not going to do anything for himself. He's just going to listen to other people tell their adventures. And Manchester at least does get off his ass and do something, all right? The 2 characters I identified and liked the most were his apprentice, James, and their guide, Lopsang. Lopsang I found to be a very entertaining character. He's kind of enigmatic. He's kind of, I don't know if you want to say sarcastic. He's not sarcastic, but I just thought he was a very well thought out and well fleshed out character. And James, at first, you know, James puts up with Nick's bullshit, and then finally he starts to grow a pair and basically starts saying, hey, you're an idiot. We're not doing this. I'm not doing this. You're not going to get us all killed. You know, so that is one thing. Another thing I liked about the book, all right? The scenes with the Yeti I thought were fantastic. Don't get me wrong. They're bloody. They're gory. This thing is just a force of nature, and he writes and Ashton writes it very well. He writes this Yeti extremely well. I mean, I don't like these Yetis that are like, or these Bigfoot or Sasquatch that are like, oh, let's hide and stuff. No, I like my Sasquatches and my Bigfoots and my Yetis. I like them to be rip your head off, crap down your neck, and then eat your bones, rip your skin off and eat your bones. That's how I like my Yetis, and that's how I like my Sasquatches and my Bigfoots or whatever you want to call it. And Nick does exactly that. Well, with the exception of ripping off the head and crapping down the neck. He doesn't do that, but other than that, he just cleans house with these explorers. So, and I love that. You know, so that's why I'm able to give this book 3 stars, even though it is not up my alley. It is not something I normally read. Again, like I said, it's more of an adventure novel. Now, does that mean that I won't read anything else by Ashton McCauley? No, it absolutely does not, because he also has a book out that does feature Sasquatch, and as I've said in a previous video, I'm like Renee Zellweger and Jerry Maguire when it comes to Sasquatches. You had me at Sasquatch, you had me at Yeti, you had me at Bigfoot. So yeah, that is my review of Whiteout by Ashton McCauley. Again, thank you, Ashton, for sending me this. I really do appreciate it, and I hope that you're okay with my review. Actually, I mean, yeah, I do hope so. It's a good book. Like I said, I loved it. I'm sorry, I liked it. I just didn't love it. And anyway, that's my review for Whiteout, and thank you for watching. Good night.